Welcome back to Mark Hulbut's vlog, everyone. Thanks for joining in again today. Today I have a little bit of a different video. I just want to share with you some recent updates, and I do apologize for not posting last week. If you guys were watching from my video last Sunday, you'll notice that there was no vlog. And the main reason for that was we experienced recently on March 5th, we experienced a loss in our family. And that loss actually happened to be the man who motivated me, inspired me, pushed me to do the best that I could do, and that is my father. We lost a great man named Marvin who coached me into where I'm at today. He's the person that motivated me to get me where I'm at today. He's the person that kept talking to me and lecturing me about being the best that I could do. And if you know some of my other videos, then a lot of you guys know that I've talked about him, about discussions we've had about cars, and I know he came from a very, very difficult background, and I just want to share a little bit of that with you because today's video really is just going to be more about a tribute to my father and how I got to kind of where I'm at, and a lot of the inspiration that I got from him. And growing up, my dad was never a wealthy person. As a matter of fact, they grew up in a small town in Saskatchewan, which is the province next to us. Very small town with about 12 siblings. And they actually had to share a house that was probably about 300 or 400 square feet. Very old, very rustic, and it was essentially a farmhouse. The brothers and sisters had to work very, very hard to keep the farm in line. And it was a very, very difficult life in a lot of ways. Things were so rough that a lot of the older siblings actually had to go out and seek work as a younger kid. As a matter of fact, my dad, who was 14 when he left home, and it was in the middle of winter time, he didn't have enough clothes on his back to properly dress for the weather, but he set off to a big city, one of the big cities hours and hours away from where he grew up. He was on his own, he had nobody to talk to, he had no money, and he essentially had to make his own way. So along the way, he had a lot of different journeys. He's been rolled, he's been mugged, he's been injured. He faced a lot of trials and tribulations just to get where he was at today. Because he had to really scratch and claw his way to earn any kind of an income, he essentially got to the point where he had zero and built up a bit of a career. Met my mother, they got married, they had 2 kids, which was myself and my brother. But he always had just enough to put food in our mouths, and we did very well with that. We were a small, humble family that didn't have a whole lot growing up, and as a result, he didn't generally have expensive tastes. Now, I will say, along the way growing up, he did mention, in my teenage years, I remember having conversations with my dad about him saying, one day he would have loved to drive a Mercedes or a Jaguar. And, in a lot of ways, that sort of rubbed off on me. Coincidentally, we currently drive a Mercedes and a Jaguar. And I know those were words that came out of his mouth because even though he was very humble, he did know how to enjoy life. He played a lot of golf. He did some traveling once he had the means. And we had a lot of time together as well. He used to take me to the sports. Like I played hockey and soccer growing up, and he was able to take me to a lot of those sports events and support me in that way. He showed me a lot of things in the trade because he was a carpenter. I learned a lot of tips and tricks from my dad in that way. And as you know, if you've seen my other videos where I've talked about him, I've mentioned one time I'd eventually love to get myself a Lamborghini. We saw that Lamborghini Countach poster in an international stereo store, and I said to my dad, one day I will own a car like that. And I swore to him that I would do that, and the day arrived. Unfortunately, I've had the Lamborghini for some time. It's not a Countach, but essentially it's the closest reasonable facsimile for that. But I just wanted to send out today's video to express that it's been a very, very difficult week for the whole family, and why as well I haven't been around here in the last week. If you guys have been watching for my vlog videos, you probably noticed then that I had none for last week. So today I felt that I just wanted to give a tribute out to my dad. So I felt this video needed to be mentioned. I don't want to even talk about any car stuff today. So today I just wanted to update you guys with what's been going on. And it's been a very, very sad and trying week for the whole lot of us. And like I said, I do believe that this video needed to be standalone. I just wanted to give a tribute to my dad and the person who motivated me to work hard, nonstop. Just keep working. Whatever it is you do, you've just got to keep plugging away. Don't let the naysayers get you down. He had a lot of naysayers along the way. He had a lot of challenges. Like I said, he was hurt, he was mugged, he was beat up, he was even in jail once. But the point of the matter is he had a very difficult upbringing and as well a real challenging road to get where he got to the point where he was able to raise a family effectively. And so long and short of it, I really respect my dad for everything that he's done, and I really hope you guys can as well. Keep him in your prayers. We'll skip right along, and if you're wondering about the Jag, I definitely have a lot more to talk about that. There are some recent updates, and I'll share that on the next video. So hope to see you guys soon. Catch you then. Bye-bye.